Hi beloveds, I was just checking to see if I was actually on video, if I was still on just photo. Sometimes it confuses me a little bit. Anyway, hello, good morning, I'm here. Something's been coming up for me, so I suddenly thought I'd do a video and put it out and see if it has any resonance with you. It is, what I'm seeing is that in this time it is very important to be aware how to put it, of the subtleties of the energy. What I'm seeing and what's coming up for me often actually, quite often, is that people are saying one thing and they're speaking, and on the surface it looks like it's very nice and it's very right and it's very clear, but because I see and read energies or feel energies, I don't allow them to influence me too much, but I do see. It's like I scan and I can see or feel things. I don't usually take them on. I've learned to just let them go through me, because otherwise, if you're seeing the whole world, and obviously as you become more aware, as you open yourself up, as you open your heart, as you open your energy, you will be more and more aware of the subtle energies that are around you. And that means you will not just be aware of what is spoken or what is put up on the front. You will be aware, you will be noticing and reading, even if you, to begin with, you don't really realize that's happening. You will be picking up signals. We're picking up signals all the time. So we are not, what we speak is actually a very small part of what is really being transmitted. Now, this might seem like very common information to many people, and you know, but the thing is, I think we forget it. For all the work we've done, for all the groups maybe we've done, for all the stuff we've done, we forget that actually we think that we keep thinking this mask or this front that we put on, this our first reaction, our habits, our way of being, is the real. And often when you have been obviously working on yourself, or trying to understand yourself, or trying to put things in place for you, like, who am I, what is this all about, and you're questioning the world and the rules you have grown up with, and the things that have been put in place to support you to grow and allow you to survive on this planet, which have all been useful. But at some stage we start questioning this. As we do things, we start to, in a way, we learn to drop this mask. In a way, you can pick it up and use it if you want. If you want to use it consciously, you can use it. You can still play the game if you need to, because it's going to keep you safe, or but it has to be done, as you mature, it really needs to be done with awareness. And what I'm seeing is, as the world is going faster and faster, and in some respects, I don't know if I can say saddens me, it saddens me a little bit, that mature people that have become more aware, more open, actually often put an energy out like they're looking like they're doing something, but the energy is actually quite nasty. It's poking. I see it in like Facebook pages and things like that. I see it sometimes in people's comments, when you can see that somebody can comment on your post, and it can be a clear comment. It could even be telling you that you've maybe, or this person doesn't think what you're doing is right, or you're doing something, or, then this is a communication where you're being respectful and informing somebody about something maybe. But there is a way and an energy in which somebody can say something, and on the surface level it can look as if they are saying something, informing you and saying something, but it actually has this energy of their own frustration, their own anger, their own aloneness, I don't know. It has a taste to it which is not about the post, it's about something else that is going on for them. And here they are, they've got an opportunity to dump it on this thing. And what I'm seeing is this is sometimes from people who are supposedly very aware. And I think what I'm saying now is that it is very important that we as people who are working on ourselves or working out who we are, we have to be very careful of watching the subtle energies. And even if we are running them, that we are aware that we're running them. And sometimes even calling each other on it. Instead of just staying shut up, oh yeah, I see it, oh, he must be really frustrated, or she must be really frustrated, or something must be going on. Because what you're seeing is it's nothing about the post, it's really nothing about you even. It is this feeling that what happens is that we are having maybe even a conscious thing we're doing, but an unconscious usage of the energy. And it is usually not to do with the person, often it's not actually to do with the person we're upset with, or we're upset with life, or we're feeling a bit lost or something like that. And on some level we are dumping that on somebody who allows that. And in this both parties have their own part in it. It's not that this person is dumping and that person's the victim. There is obviously a contract that is going on between you two that says this is okay to do this. And this is what I'm seeing in this time. It's very important for us to call each other on it, not just to swallow it and not say it. Because at times somebody will come forward and they'll come forward with such an energy, you just go, oh, just drop it, it's not worth it. Why would I bother? But every time you are not bothering to take care when somebody is subtly attacking you or dumping something on you which maybe doesn't belong to you. And we women are very good at this, and men that become quite receptive are very good at this. We will take it, and eventually we just can't be bothered we don't want to fight. So basically we just swallow it and just go, oh, it's too hard, I'll just not do anything. But in this time that we are in on the planet, it is time that we actually start to learn to be aware of our communication. It sounds so simple, but we are very unaware often of our communications. And I see that the more mature you are, the more responsibility you have to be more aware. So it's like, oh, this is coming back. Oh, what is the energy of this? And obviously, ultimately, it's like, okay, what is this for me? What is it triggering in me? What is it touching in me? What am I attracting to myself? So you can have a little look. I mean, you have your 50%, they have their 50%. And everything, even in the smallest thing, you could go into it, and it's a very nice experiment to have with yourself. And if you can do it, actually, and just have it as a play. And, because on the surface, as I say, on the surface, often you'll look totally right. But in this time, a lot of what is going on is working on this under here. And what is this touching? And what is this showing us? And what is this that is the refining and the understanding that needs to come? Because everything from existence is a gift. So why is it coming? What do I need to see? What do I need to be looking into for myself? Oh, what's that wound? Why is it touching me? I mean, and this has been a big one for me a lot of my life. because it was a habit that I had set up, that I was the quiet one, actually, that I was the shy one, that I was the one that kept quiet, and basically my mother and my older sister were the ones that spoke and did everything, and that, you know. So basically it was like I was the one that just shut up and was quiet. So I was the receiver of it. So it was easy. They could go out and we were playing our roles. And I see that in some respects I had to emigrate to it. I get on very well with my family. I have a very good connection with my family. But so this is just, you know, but this is on the subtlest levels. I realised I actually ended up having to emigrate to Australia when I was 21 so that I could move away from the family influence and find out not to be in that pattern. So I had to find out who I was and to see if I set that pattern up again with other people outside. At that time, of course, I didn't understand this. But what I'm saying now is, as we move into this new time we're in, as we move into these new spaces, there is great importance on us and understanding and taking responsibility for our energies. And to be aware that we are not dumping our stuff on somebody. You know, because on social media you can easily do it. On Facebook you can easily do it. And you can, you know, it's like you go and, I mean, it's a funny thing, and this is going to sound, I mean, the people that I talk to know that I use this analogy. But it's like you make yourself a toilet. You become the toilet for somebody. And basically that's what you're doing. Sometimes people come and they need to shit. They've got their shit from somewhere else. They've gathered all this stuff and they've got it, and they need to have a good shit because they're feeling full, feeling whatever. And so what they do is if you're set up, as I have been in the past, if you are an empath, or I'm not even an empath, they're just names, but if you are a sensitive and open person and you basically care about people, or you've used that to get what you need, to be the person that people can come to, which, you know, whatever, we set it up. So basically the person comes and then they feel, so they do a big dump here on your head. And then they walk away and they feel very relieved. And you're left with this shit on your head because you've allowed it. Now, obviously you go and wash it off, you can get rid of it, you don't have to keep it, but it's there. And they've walked away and they're feeling relieved because they've got rid of their shit. Some of us, in the past, not now for me, but some of us have even taken the shit and then we put it in our backpack and then we've walked around with it also. Now, often, this is fine. If this is something connected with you, it is always connected with you, it is always something for you. But if this shit that's been put on your head is nothing really, you have not instigated this, and it's only because you are choosing to be the toilet, then you have to start being aware, and then you have to start being ready to stand up and speak and say, excuse me, I'm not a toilet. Please go and put this in your own toilet. Or please go and put this on the person who has created the issue for you. So in this time, it is about also being ready to stand up and speak it, not just swallow it. And it's very interesting because for us women, especially women or people in the feminine, their feminine receptive energy, we have allowed this. And in this time, it is about taking responsibility to start shifting this energy. And it might be in the very most subtlest of things. It's not often in a big argument or very upfront. It's done on the most simple of energies, on the simple of things we do. So what I'm saying is please be aware and just check. If you're just doing this ping pong, hitting the ball back with somebody, and it's about time that we start not allowing ourselves to be the dumping ground. We have a habit in it, it is our habit also, but it's time for us to understand these more subtle energies. And okay, if you've done groups, if you've done meditation, and that you become a quite aware person, you've understood a lot about it, but if you're not careful, you will subtly just still be doing the same things, but you will be doing them in a hidden context. And I talk for myself, I'm constantly, I'm not putting anything to you that I'm not doing. I'm constantly looking and seeing, okay, what is this? What is this for me? What is this for me? What is the understanding for me? And the thing is, if you think about it, we are not on a road that is made. We have the machete in our hand and we are cutting a new road. We are cutting the road, we're cutting through the jungle, we're cutting, and all those subtle layers. And as we mature, it is more important for us to go into the subtle, so we need to watch our words. We need to watch the energy behind the words and practices that we are doing. And all things are useful to bring us back to the center. So, but if we are using meditations, meditation practices, so that we are looking like, we take the pressure cooker off so we don't have to confront it or we don't have to say something. So this is not really necessarily good. Maybe in this time we have to allow it to come out so we can really see what we're sitting on. Not just do a meditative practice like dynamic, where we're actually just throwing it out and okay, then we can go and be in the world and we don't bring it out. Sometimes maybe we've got to bring it out and start to actually have a little look and see what we're hiding. I mean, all things have their place. But in this time we are being confronted with a lot of things, and it is time to start looking at the subtle levels and seeing where we're pointing the finger. And seeing where we're pointing the finger, where I'm pointing the finger, I look and see where am I looking? Now, I'm taking this for myself. This is mine. This is my looking at the moment for me. So, but if we are doing this, then it's always good to look at this and see, okay, what am I doing? Am I playing this game? Am I doing this? Now, if you are doing it, whichever side you're on, if you're the toilet or you're the person who's dumping on the person's head, both spaces are the same. They're both the same. They're both the same play. So it is good to see. You might be playing one side, you might be playing the other side. And if somebody does that to you, you might be playing that on to somebody else. But it's about seeing and watching the energies of it. And if we see and watch the energies of it, then we can start to see where the wounds are within us. And it can be very interesting, because sometimes you can go, oh my God, I'm here again. How did I get here? I've worked on this issue, I've seen this issue, I've gone into this issue. What am I not seeing? What am I not catching? And what it is the subtle. To the games that we play. And if we do that, we all start to get much more at peace with each other, because we know that we are communicating with each other. It's like you will ask a question and the person will tell you what they think, maybe back. But then you don't have to take it. You also have the choice. I don't know. This video is just this video, and it was coming up for me this morning. I don't know if it makes any sense for you. It must make sense for somebody, otherwise I wouldn't be putting it out. Even if it's just me talking to me. It's always me talking to me. So I'm always talking to myself and understanding what is this for me. And this is a format that I use. And then I share it with you guys, and if it interests you, fine. If it doesn't interest you, no problem. I am interested in, I'm not interested in what you think about me particularly, but I am interested in your feedback about what you think of what is coming through. If you have found and understood something for yourself that you see, that you play this or you use this or whatever. So that's me for today. I send you my love. I'm just here now, enjoying, doing quite a lot of, I'm swimming every day, which is lovely. Very good for the body. It's very hot here, so it's not that one wants to go out too much. So I'm just being simple, and what I do everywhere, I'm just being simple. Anyway, my darlings, look into the subtle. Take a deep breath, start to look at the subtle energies, see more what's, and also if this is happening, look and see what this is. Not to make yourself wrong, not to make yourself a bad person, but just to look and see what is it I need to look at and refine to help my life to be more at peace, more beautiful. Just so I can do that, and just, when you don't, even if it comes, you it goes through you. It doesn't hook you. It doesn't hook into you. It doesn't. And then you know that the wounds that are in you, that are connected with this, are no longer playing. And then there is a great relaxation with that. There is, that's really interesting. So that everything that comes when you suddenly see that it's not hitting, or hurting, then you know that somehow you have refined and understood something, and in a way that wound has been healed. So that it doesn't mean it doesn't play anymore, but it doesn't have to hurt anymore. It just goes through you without you having to numb yourself and make you close yourself off. So, send you heaps of love. Have a great day.